Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Your video is about to start. I wanted to remind you of our newer Wednesday, 1 p.m. live stream Q&A on all things Social Security. Visitors are welcome to post a question in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer it. It's on a first come, first serve basis, so please get there on time. Otherwise, if you care to be a member and get some different kinds of perks, feel free to click the join button below or just click it to learn about them. Anyway, I hope to see you Wednesday. If not, enjoy the video. Bye now. Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, and I apologize for the delay. This isn't out as early as I typically like to get them out. Usually I'm a 9 o'clock girl on this, but I had some other things I had to work on. So anyway, here we go. This is for the Sunday's Social Security Roundup for the week of February 24th through March 1st, which would be Saturday. So Monday the 24th through Saturday, March 1st. I can't believe we're in March already, guys. That's crazy. Okay, so on Monday, we had, this was a short little video share explaining a particular stance, position, strategy, what have you, that I took on a particular hearing. And it was well received by the judge, so I appreciated it, and I wanted to share it with you because sometimes being creative in this way can get you to a win. It might not be the exact win you anticipated, but nonetheless a win, and sometimes that is the bird you want to catch as opposed to two in the bush, right? On the 25th, that would be Tuesday. This was a little grab from our live Q&A sessions that, as you know, I'm up there Wednesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. approximately Eastern Standard Time for live questions and answers on Social Security matters from any of you out there. And this came from a prior one, and it was in response to someone who was asking about being denied, say, on initial, but noticing that the SSA never got the older records that the claimant thinks are really important, perhaps for showing some historical perspective about how they got to be where they are medically. But we go into that a little bit and what you can do on recon about that. On the 26th, so that must be Wednesday, I reiterated what the SSA had shared to us. And this one was from the SSA directly. Oh, and how it was expediting the Fairness Act provisions where starting the beginning of 2024, retroactively back to then, people whose benefit amounts had been reduced due to the WEP or the GPO, that's the windfall elimination provision, or the government pension offset, that has been removed from effect by Congress. And while they had anticipated, I guess, when that happened late last year, I think it was late last year, when President Biden signed it in, they had anticipated it taking about a year to make all these corrections. And now they're like, no, using technology and automation, they're going to have it done by the end of March, with the exception of some that have more complex cases, and they'll have to be done manually. So that's a good thing. They were saying that the checks or the direct deposit payments should be had by March, and prospective benefits, which will be obviously increased every month for these folks. The first one would be received in April for March. So you get your back benefits for that whole 14-month period, whatever's owed you in March, and then the March monthly payment, as always, would be paid in April. And that should be the increased amount for those that have been negatively affected by the WEP and the GPO. On the 27th, this was a little bit about the function report, questions 6 and 12. We had already done a question, a little add-on to function report question number 5. And this is more about napping and where all on the function report would be a logical place to reference the fact that you might need rests or naps during a typical day at home when you're not working, when you have a pending disability claim. And then the 28th, so that would be what day? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we didn't have the Friday fraud law review on Friday. That's because one of the major organizations that are there for claimants representatives and indirectly for claimants as well had met with the SSA acting commissioner as well as the nominee for the full-time commissioner. And the CEO of the organization made a statement about the various positives that he gleaned from those conversations. I think it was an in-person one. I don't know if it was in person for both, but certainly with the nominee it was. And all the strengths that nominee would bring to the table. And then Saturday, we did the Friday fraud law review. So we went a little out of turn there, but I like to, if possible, as you know, I don't like to put out more than one video a day. I mean, who needs it? But I wanted to get, whenever I see news from the SSA or Nader or NOSCR, anything by a kind of a high level source, as opposed to just silliness in the news, I like to get it out there as close to real time as I can. So that's why that one came out on Friday. And then the Friday fraud law review came out on Saturday. And this one was so gross. This was a couple who defrauded, obviously. They kept the father of one of them who had passed away in the house, kept the body mummified for years so that they could collect his Social Security and not tell the SSA that he passed. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. But they did get caught and I guess prosecuted. Okay, that was a fun one. That was weird. That was weird. I was reading that one. And that's it. And today is Sunday, the 2nd. So I hope you all had a great week. I hope you have a great week coming up. Hope it gets a little warmer up here in Northeast Pennsylvania. And maybe I'll see you Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to pop into the live Q&A and say hello, that would be great. If you have a question, I suggest you come early, or I should say on time, because they go in a first in, first out way of addressing them. So you'll be sure to get yours answered if that's the case. All right. Anyway, have a great week, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. It's still Sunday. Did you miss last week's Social Security roundup? Not this week that you just heard, but the one prior to that, and want to catch up? I'm attaching it now. Have a great day. Bye. Good morning and happy Sunday. Here is Sunday's Social Security Roundup for all things Social Security for the videos that came out last week. In case you missed, and any of them could be tips for you that could help you in your case. Okay, so this goes from February the 17th through Saturday the 22nd of 2025. And I'm waiting for spring, guys. I swear. All right, so Monday the 17th. Okay, here we are. It was a little ditty about question number 5 on the function report. Just something not to forget, and it has to do with getting some Z's during the day. Very important for question number 5. We will have something about question number 6 coming up soon. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I shall. It was a hearing week, so I should have a little bit more time to do that in the weeks ahead. And just a reminder that we have a function report playlist. As you know, these are just generally short shares that come up in the middle of a day when I'm actually working on one and I see a problem answer that I need to work with a client on because it's either not accurate or responsive to the question asked because he didn't really know the nuances of the question, the underlying meaning, so to speak. Anyway, and we have them broken out by question. So you don't have to go through some big long function report video when you only really had a question about number 12, for instance. So you can go look at the titles and pick out which ones you happen to be working on. And learn a little bit about them and things to think about when you're answering them. It seems to be probably one of the favorite playlists because it's very practical for every single claimant. So anyway, have at it. We also have some on work history report, I think, but not nearly so much. I feel like I'm a little hoarse. Okay, so that was the 17th. The 18th was, oh, a tip about sick days and how those can affect a finding of SGA if you were working while your case was pending or after you're a beneficiary. You're working part-time, you don't think you're over SGA, then it appears to be over SGA. Look at those sick days and take a listen about that because they can probably help you, particularly if they will make an effect on your SGA finding. SGA, by the way, just because I know some people are unclear on the acronyms and I throw them out there a lot, and I sometimes forget to explain what they are. SGA is substantial gainful activity. We do have a playlist on that also. A lot to know about SGA. Okay, the 19th, so that would be what, Wednesday? This was a Q&A. Oh, I know what it was. Yeah, we had the live Q&A. The 2-hour session starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically every Wednesday now. For all of us daytime people who have trouble staying up late at night to watch some of my most excellent colleagues offer up their time for some Q&As. So we do a little bit of that on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I welcome you all to visit with that. The 20th, so what would that be, Thursday? Yep, this was just an announcement. I think I got it from NOSCR or NADER, I forget which, the two national organizations I am sustaining members with, um, about the new acting commissioner of Social Security Administration. So that was kind of big news there. Good to see someone getting in quickly, at least until we get the full-time regular fellow. The next day was the 21st. That would be Friday, our typical Friday fraud law review. Um, and it was about a Missouri woman who stole her dead grandma's Social Security benefits. Um, yeah, okay. And then the 22nd Saturday was a tip about just some information on CDIs. I know people are always so worried about surveillance and the cooperative disability investigations. Um, I don't think you should be if you're doing nothing wrong, honestly, but be smart about it. But anyway, there's just a little bit on that. We just really go over the write-up that the SSA provides that gives a little descriptive information. And then, of course, we will be here next week with daily shares as they come up in the middle of the workday, off the cuff. And Wednesday, I do expect to do the live Q&A session from 1 o'clock a.m. Generally, I try to stop it by 3. I know it can go on. If I don't put a curb on it, I have a feeling it'll go on all day, which is good. But the sooner you get there on time is the best because we go first and first out with the questions, okay? Everybody have a great week. Be safe, and I will see you soon. Thanks for stopping in. Bye now.